Welcome everybody to the playtesting of the new update. Here we go with a new unit, which is pretty crazy. Welcome to the preview of the upcoming patch for Rush Royale. I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the new legendary damage dealer called Twilight Ranger, as well as the changes to Bard and Genie. We'll just go over all the changes, and if you have been away from Rush Royale since quite a while and everything looks very confused, don't worry, I gotcha. I will tell you everything you need to know to get good immediately again. Before we go into the Twilight Ranger gameplay with my buddy Horus, I will quickly show you the upcoming changes. Let's start off with the shared faction bonuses. Now you have two faction bonuses, not only one. Faction bonuses are things that make specific units of that current faction much better. So this is the bonus that all of them get. And this is the new thing called Pantheon up here. There is a few units up here that receive a special bonus, and they will change every now and then. So currently all of these units right here have an additional critical damage bonus whenever you play them. So the whole point of this is to bring some variety inside of the game, so you can play your main units and they are actually good thanks to this bonus, and they keep on rotating every now and then. This is definitely some fresh wind, some fresh air for the game, because you just have one legendary damage dealer and it's in the corner, it never gets buffed. You know how it is, and you can't really use them. Thanks to these modifiers, there will be even your dusted unit in a good position at some point. So yeah, that's what the Pantheon is for. And now let's go to changes for Bard here. He received a special Orchestra talent. So one dude will not only get a lute, he will also get some drums. So he has both in the end and does additional damage. So yeah, that's the first talent. The second one is you just gain more inspiration whenever you start to stack inspiration. And the third one is Victory March, which means that your one-man Orchestra will also slow down the monsters and give some critical damage. I just played one round with him. He really looks very cool, and how it works is the first Bard that you get is the Orchestra dude. You immediately recognize him. He has drums and the lute, and he looks really weird. And if you like eat him, if he gets destroyed, whatever, then there will be none of the board. So it's not like Genie where something else turns into the Orchestra guy. It's just gone. So you need to drop another unit. If you drop a Bard, a new one, then it will be a new Orchestra guy. Bard will also get some few stat changes to match his new abilities, but they're not going to be too crazy. They're also not final, so we are not going to talk about the details yet, and we'll just hop right into the Genie. Genie also has 3 new talents. The first one is whenever you gain a stack for the activation duration till the buff that you should be keeping up anyway the whole time. Yeah, during this activation you gain 20% more damage, which is very handsome. Then the second talent is More Wishes. Using power up grants 2 extra charges, or with 70% 4 extra charges on top of that. The way they say it is very unfortunate, because it seems like you gain 4 charges instead of 2, or even 6 charges instead of 2, which is not the case. That one just means whenever you use up your charges, you gain back 2 charges after the normal cooldown phase, and sometimes you gain 4 charges instead of 2. In that case, you can just press your mana ability 4 times, which is pretty crazy. Unfortunately, the run that I tried, that 70% chance triggered once out of like 10 times. So I think it's still bugged. So again, it's the beta testing. Nothing works as it's supposed to do. Hopefully they will fix it by the time it goes live and you get actually a 70% chance, not a 1 out of 100 times chance like now. Third talent, also very interesting, because the vortexes now increase the critical damage dealt to targets by 25%, which is crazy. 20% more attack and more damage, plus critical damage increased by 25%. It's just absolutely nuts, because you will always have those vortexes up and also those buffs up anyways, so that's a huge damage increase on Genie if you get all these talents, of course. And for the people who have been away for quite a while, there is a new mechanic called Incarnation. That means whenever you reach the maximum level, you can actually put them another 3 levels higher by reincarnating them. So reincarnation level 1 looks like this. As soon as it's maxed, you just put him to like the 1 Super Saiyan level. And yeah, if you have his combo boy, which is for example here Phoenix, then he actually gains a new talent, a completely new talent. And yeah, you can put him up to Super Saiyan 2 and obviously Super Saiyan 3 as well. The higher you have him and the higher you have his combo mate, like the Vegeta fusion thingy, if you know what I mean, then you will get not only additional abilities, you will also increase the stats of those. And yeah, just you can make them pretty damn crazy. Not all of the units already have like a perfect partner. Not everybody found this Vegeta, if you know what I mean. But over time, they will implement new talents. The latest one are Genie and Bart. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. It also changes up the mechanics and it makes your favorite unit even sicker. You can get the resources that you need to reincarnate the people, which is this resource right here, Celestial Shards they're called. You can get them throughout various sources in the game. Yeah, right now they're pretty rare, but they promised to make them more common in the future. So yeah, let's just trust the devs. But yeah, I hope it's gonna be the case, because right now they're very, very rare and you need to think about which one you want to upgrade a lot. I hope it's gonna be a little bit easier to farm those in the future. They said it will be the case, so let's just hope that's true. I'm so jealous to this test account because I have infinite amount of those shards, and I just do this because it feels so nice. Oh yeah, baby. Awesome. Enough satisfaction, let's continue with more satisfaction. Let's go into the gameplay of the new unit. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go for it. It really helps me out. And if you want to go crazy on the new unit or whatever is coming out very soon, please use the market. It is the cheapest way to boost your account. There's a link in the description called Rush Royale Market. You get 10% bonus. For example, if you buy 5,500 gems offer, you get 6,000 gems instead of just 5,500 gems. And if you buy the pass, you get 10% discount and so on. Just use the code Godlikemike and you will get a discount. Plus, you will also be part of my giveaway that I do every month. You get a chance to win on the $100. First of all, you help me out a lot. Second of all, you profit from it because you get a huge discount. If you have spare money, be responsible with the purchases. Don't buy stuff if you can't afford it. There is more important things in life than buying Rush Royale stuff. But if you are as crazy as I am and yeah, you just invest all of your hobby money into a mobile game, yo, do it wisely, get to the market, use my code, and have fun. Let's go into the gameplay and hope you are as excited as I am. So peace out, see you next time. Welcome everybody to the playtesting of the new update. Here we go with the new unit, which is pretty crazy. It's like if Archer and Demon Hunter and maybe the Hunter himself and Gunslinger got a child, like with a after a rough night, a very rough night. And yeah, that's the result. It's the Archeress here, because she can collect stacks whenever she kills little monsters, and she gets guaranteed stacks whenever she kills mini bosses. So yeah, the whole mechanic is kind of weird and it's very interactive, so you need to constantly pay focus on a lot of different things. But the amount of damage she can pump out is pretty crazy, in my opinion. Yeah, so I get my buddy Horus here to support me. If you haven't checked him out yet, please do. He's a very, very cool content creator. I link his bio, not his bio, but his links to his channels in the description. So give him some love, give him a follow, and yeah, because he really helped me to create some content. He was very patient because we had quite a few runs to do till we finally figured out how this one works, because it does transfer the stacks to other archers, but only under certain conditions whenever they are next to each other. It doesn't work if you put them into the hat, for example. Game doesn't recognize this. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, I will show you the talents real quick and everything you need to know about the units as soon as he buffed my board. While he's doing that, I will just quickly take the time to go through the talents. The first talent is Cursed Magic. After claiming 75 souls, Twilight Ranger attack speed is increased by 50%, which is absolutely nuts if you think about it. Really crazy. Also, it receives a 2% insta-killing chance, which is very helpful, especially in this specific mode right here. So yeah, it's really, really helpful. The second talent is Unity Magic. All Twilight Rangers on the field shoot that little special shot here. If you press this button, they shoot some arrows. They do critical damage and a ton of damage. AoE damage, by the way. So yeah, that's something they can do. And it increases also the damage by those shots. And yeah, it passes on the stacks, which is very, very cool. So yeah. Now everything got 20 stacks, so I'll just try to collect some more, because after 20 stacks on those dudes, they will not collect any more stacks. So I need to, yeah, get a few ones down that don't have stacks, because that's the only way how they will continue to stack up. Because now the small ones will collect stacks, and as soon as they are very high, I will eat them, and they will pass it to their neighbors. Oh, that was very lucky. We're already in trouble, kind of. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go to the third talent. The third talent is Cleansing by Darkness, which is, as the name says, a cleansing talent. As soon as one of those collects a stack, which happens very frequently, we will get a chance for the units to get cleansed. Then let's go to the fourth talent. This is Arrow of Grief. It just hires the chances that you get a stack whenever something dies through your insta-killing, which should be happening very frequently. Oh, let's eat this dude. Wow, they collect stacks so quickly. There we go. There we go. Then we got the fifth talent, which is a Sorcerer's Volley. After 75 souls, which should always be the target for you to go for. Because after 75 stacks, they start to get really, really nasty. You start to do 4 shots, so it's like Boros with the double shot, but it actually shoots 4 shots, which is kind of crazy. Hold on. What's the next boss? Oh god. There we go. All right. Yeah. And each shot deals just 100% of the damage, which is quite niche to have, I think. Then we're going for the 6th talent. This is the one we're running currently. It just increases the critical damage by 30%, which is a lot, obviously. As soon as... As soon as you reach, once again, 75 stacks, which should be the target in the first place. So yeah. And the final talent we have is level 15, when the Twilight Ranger claims 150 souls, double times 75, then yeah, you start to increase 4%, you get a 4% chance to increase critical damage, which is hell of a lot. It doesn't make a big difference, especially on big accounts. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy to get. But for now, we're just struggling big time. Yeah, so it's definitely not optimal right here, because I have to explain, read talents and play at the same time, so the statue is still very low here. And we're also not running Cobalt, we're just trying it out. But so here you get some sort of idea at least on how this unit can be played. It's definitely not the optimal way, we're still figuring out a lot of stuff. I'm also not 200% focused, but I mean, have I ever been? So there we go. Still, it's definitely... Oh god. That one hurt. But yeah, I think as soon as you reach 75 stacks, you start to do quite a bit of damage. So we're just trying to collect as many times those 75 on different ones as we can. Currently only 2 guys have them. So yeah, I should eat a little bit quicker. Also use this. This one does quite a bit of damage every time. The next boss is going to hurt a lot though, so it's going to be kind of a problem. I have so much mana, it's crazy. Yeah, I should have eaten much quicker to level up my board. But yeah, I think you get the drill. Oh. Oh, nice, he's pushing it back. Oh my god. But yeah. That's about it. And with the new units, once again, thank you very much for the games. And yeah, definitely check this dude out. That was a pretty cool run. We definitely need to figure out some other decks. I'm sure we can push it much higher than that. I don't think you need 8 of those. It would be better to go for just 4 maybe and push them to 150 stacks plus. But the stack distribution is kind of weird. We need to figure out some better ways. It definitely doesn't work if you put them into the hat, then the stacks just disappear. So your creeps need to be next to each other. That's why we ran this setup, because there's always one of the Twilight Rangers next to the Twilight Rangers that we eat with the 20 stacks, so it gets spread. Yeah, it's kind of weird, we're still figuring it out, but I hope you like this first impression of this new unit. And yeah, just rewind if you want to read the talents. Keep in mind it's the beta version, so there are some changes to it. And yeah, hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. Please put your thoughts about this video in the comments, like and subscribe, or the next Warlock will hit your highest damage dealer unit. Just saying, I don't make the rules. Check out the Rush Royale market for the best price in the game and use the code Godlikemike, because remember, spend smarter, not harder. Also, if you like the content, here is a lot more of it. Thank you very much and see you next time.